Early modern, gunpowder era. Here is where things accelerate. Gunpowder made most of what came before obsolete. It started in China with something called the fire lance, a spear with a tube of gunpowder attached to the shaft. When ignited, it spewed flame and shrapnel at close range, a combination of flamethrower and shotgun that terrified anyone on the receiving end. It was crude and its range was only about 10 feet, but it was the direct ancestor of every firearm that followed. By the 14th century, metal barrel cannons had arrived in Europe. Early bombards, massive, unwieldy things, could launch stone or iron balls weighing hundreds of kilograms over distances of around a mile. And the thing about cannons is what they did to castles. Every medieval fortification had been built on the assumption that walls thick enough and high enough were effectively permanent. Cannons made that assumption wrong. Overnight, centuries of military architecture became vulnerable. Armies that had spent generations perfecting the art of siege warfare had to start over. Handheld firearms followed, the arquebus and then the musket, using matchlock mechanisms to hurl bullets at targets 100 meters away or more. They were slow to reload, so battles still needed pike formations to protect the musketeers while they prepared their next shot. But by the 17th century, mass volleys of musket fire were replacing the longbow as the dominant way to kill people in the open field. The age of the skilled individual archer, who had trained for years to be lethal, was ending, and the age of the jeweled infantry line was beginning. Gunpowder era changed who held power, shifting the balance from the strongest warrior on the field to the state that could manufacture, supply, and coordinate destruction at scale. World War I.